Hey, it's Cole here. Welcome back to another video. And today, I'm going to be talking somewhat from the heart here, as I am a Commanders fan, and this video is obviously by the title, or in the thumbnail, a Commanders video. So, let's go ahead and get right into the video. Ron Rivera, I think, has kind of lost his coaching touch. Let's be completely honest. From going 15-1 with the Carolina Panthers, to now being 7 wins, only 7 wins a year, with the Washington football team, Commanders, whatever you really want to call it at the point. Going into last week, obviously, it was a must-win game for the Washington Commanders. I mean, technically it wasn't a must-win, as the Packers could have lost and we would still have a chance, but it was a must-win game, okay? You had to go out with that to hope and define your own destiny. That was the right word? But you get your own destiny. You know, you win out this season, you're in. No need to worry about another game or whatever. But we then started Carson Wentz, who hasn't really looked good, and Taylor Heinicke has gotten us to this point to be in playoff contention. I understand he hasn't looked good, and really, these past few weeks, but we've had a huge win streak, or it was like 2-3 game win streaks, which is obviously very good. But then you go ahead and then you go to Carson Wentz after, not the best of games from Taylor Heinicke, but it wasn't a best of game from really anybody other than maybe Jahan Dotson and Terry McLaurin. Nobody else really had a good game. The defense didn't really have a good game. The offense didn't really have a good game. Nobody really had a good game. And then to go into a must-win game that, in fact, he didn't know was actually a must-win game.
We can be eliminated.
Yeah, if the Packers beat the Vikings,
that's
then
right.
you guys are eliminated.
Which I think is crazy to really think about. Starts Carson Wentz, and look where we are now, out of the playoffs, and it's really tough. It is really tough as a Washington Commanders fan. So taking a look at the past few years for Ron Rivera was wild, I would say, as we've only won 7 games, and we probably only will win 7 games these past 3 years, as we do have a game left, but it's versus the Dallas Cowboys, and Sam Howell starting. I agree with that, but I mean, come on now. Let's be completely honest here. He's not gonna win us the game. If he does, heck, I'm happy. I want him to win us the game. I want him to go off for 300 yards if possible. I would love that. But going 2020, 7-9. Okay, nice. We made the playoffs first year. We went 7-9 after going 3-13. That's pretty good. That's a good start as a new head coach. 2021, 7-10. Made it. No up, like, we were just 7-10. Mediocre. And the consistency has been, it's been bad. He's consistently inconsistent. I'll say that. Because we've won 7 games his entire years. That's consistent. Bad consistency, but it's consistent. But when we're in the season, we look in the season, every time we have like a 3-4 game winning streak. Then after that, we have a losing streak. And we got like a 2 game winning streak, then a 4 game losing streak or whatever. And that's how we get here at 7-8. When we should be in the playoffs, we should have like 10 wins by now. And we shouldn't be worrying about these past 2 weeks, really. We really made no progress at quarterback, because we signed Ryan Fitzpatrick. And then he just gets hurt the first game, and it's like, dang, what the heck? Now, he has made some good signings. I like the Curtis Samuel signing, but the other 2 signings, I think, were like, the other 2 big signings were William Jackson and Ryan Fitzpatrick. We know what happened to Ryan Fitzpatrick, but then William Jackson absolutely played horrendous. I'm not saying he's a bad player. I still think he can be one of the league's top best corners, but he just didn't fit the system. He didn't fit the zone system that we do run here, and ultimately that showed. And I feel like Ron Rivera has to realize when a player has to fit the system. Now, obviously, there's players out there, you look at the top best corners. They probably could play in his own system. They probably could. But when William Jackson, obviously, is a great corner, but he's not one of the elite corners, you gotta sometimes realize that you gotta go out and just get a zone cornerback, a really good zone cornerback. And honestly, I'm kind of upset that we just didn't keep Ronald Darby, and we just ran the Ronald Darby and Kendall Fuller, and eventually Benjamin St-Juste would be coming in that year, and I think that's a good progression that we're seeing from Benjamin St-Juste. And I mean, like, dang, now you got your 3 corners that, you got 2 people who showed who could be in his own system and work out, and you're growing in somebody that honestly right now is playing very well, and he's probably been our best corner in the entire year. So it just kind of sucks when you take the big chances and it just doesn't work out, and we've seen that with Ron Rivera these 3 years. Not saying this was Ron Rivera, but look at Josh Norman. He's a great corner. He was a great corner when we brought him in. And he just absolutely was terrible because he just didn't fit the team. He didn't fit the defense. And now we're seeing that same thing with obviously William Jackson, who's obviously now in Pittsburgh. And it's just not good. And then obviously now we're 7-8-1. we could win 8 games. I mean, we're not gonna lose 10 games, but we tied one, and it's crazy because I genuinely believe that this team is a great team. I think this team can make the playoffs. You look at the Giants. We have the better team. The Commanders are better talent-wise than the Giants. Go through every single position. They probably have the better quarterback, but we have the better receivers. They probably have the better running back, and probably offensive line, but we have the better defensive line, and I would say possibly secondary. But the one biggest thing that the Giants have, though we don't, is a great head coach. Brian Daboll, in a span of 1 year, was able to change the culture and take them to the playoffs. Same thing with Ron Rivera, but they're winning 9-10 games this year when we won 7 in a terrible division. It was so bad. Like halfway through the division clinching game, the Eagles put in flipping Nate Sudfeld. I think nice to see us in the playoffs, and it showed us potential. But now 2 years away from that, he just hasn't shown the progression that we need as a head coach, and it just hasn't been working out. I think Ron Rivera should go. Now, do I think he'll go? It's hard to say. I think Dan Snyder will keep Ron Rivera. There's a new ownership coming in soon, but how soon is soon? New ownership gets here around like the middle of the offseason. You're not firing Ron Rivera at that point. You're not. Unless he resigns, he'll probably be here next year. Then after that, next year, once the new ownership is in, then we'll, again, probably have a new head coach because the new ownership wants their guys. So it's just hard, man. It really is hard, I'll say that. We'll keep pushing. I'll keep pushing, and we'll watch some great Week 18 games. And I don't know, maybe Sam Howell is the future here at Washington. If not, I want that number 10 pick, baby. Okay? So I need a few teams to win. We need to lose. Simple as that. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Before I go, I also like to say I will be streaming Saturday around 3:30, and as we get ready for Week 18, and then after that, it'll be every single Wednesday. So the following Wednesday, I will be streaming, talking about the past week in football, and then the same thing with the playoffs and all of that. So that's what we're going to be doing, and hope you guys come with me as I have more videos to come, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.